It is her aim and her passion in life to benefit the humanity. Since last 60 years, Didiji has been busy with this spiritual task, or the task of creating God's children by bringing about positive transformation in many lives. Or we can also say that you have transformed the lives through your own positivity. And she has been now in she has been serving in the country Germany for many years, and she's been expanding Baba's service in those areas. Besides, Didiji is also director for the Europe Center and the Seminary Center in London. She has been touring around almost 100 countries, and whatever and whoever are Baba's children, beloved, she has been trying her best to bring them close to Baba. Didi's birth has been 1942. Her birth was in a very spiritual family in upper northern India. And for northern India, there is this phrase that it has been remembered for many different spiritual religious pilgrim places. And she has also studied old scriptures, old religious scriptures in India. She has been very clever and intelligent. She was made as the main principal teacher in school, and through her skills, she had brought benefit to many. She came into contact with Brahma Kumaris in 1970s, and since then her spiritual journey has started. Many centers, many teaching schools she has started. We have also seen that DBJ does a lot of teachings for the teachers, and in that also she gives guidance to many souls. In 1974, she went from Bharat to United Kingdom, and outside of Bharat, she has hoisted Baba's flag. She has given Baba's introduction, and tirelessly she has been working towards this task of transformation. Many, many thousands of teachers she has taught, she has guided, and she has been an instrument to bringing them forward. Didiji, for her, we say that she is very humorous. She is very humble, big hearted, and with that attitude, she serves. And it is her interest that she learns new things. And whoever are Baba's children, she can bring benefit to them. So, such loving is our Sudesh Didiji, and she is in amidst all of us. So, from Jagdamba Bhavan and from all the family of Jagdamba Bhavan, through these flowers, we welcome Didiji. We say to you, Didiji, that you accept these flowers, and then this is very beautiful technology of science that even though we are sitting far away, we can experience each other very close to each other. And so today, especially, we want to tell you that this Avyakt Murli Club, since 5 years, it has been going very smoothly. Um, Whatever are the Babas 1969 to 2017, the season has been completed, and now is the second season is started after Amrit Vela, and also in the evening we have this Murli Club. And what we see these days is that 1970s Murlis have started. We had started from 1969, and now we are on 1970s. So many, many brothers and sisters have been joining. They are studying regularly, and they are also making good efforts. They are creating very good points, and every soul is making efforts in a very beautiful way, experiencing intensity and moving forward. So we would love to listen from you, Viviti, that Especially half an hour we will listen, and half an hour, whoever are the brothers and sisters who've joined, we will, uh, whatever are their feelings or or questions, we can take them.
दीदी जी हमारे उसके जरूर आंसर देंगे। तो दीदी जी हम आपको सुनना चाहेंगे। तो दीदी जी के जैसे कि खास
So we
अनुभव
will want to hear
हम
from you
सबको
now,
मिलेंगे।
your
तो इसलिए
experienced,
दीदी
filled
जी का बहुत ही स्वागत है, दिल
wisdom
से
will be
स्वागत है,
shared.
हृदय से
So
स्वागत
thank
है।
you, and
ओम
we
शांति।
welcome you from our heart. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
मुझे ओम शांति।
Om
बड़े हर्ष
Shanti.
की बात है
It is a thing of great joy.
कि मैं आज
I am very happy that
आप सब
you all
चमकते फूलों को,
living flowers,
रूहे गुलाबों को
spiritual
स्क्रीन पे मिल
roses,
रही हूँ।
I am meeting all of you on the screen.
परंतु मुझे पता है
But I know
कि हम आपस में
that all of us together,
रूहानी स्नेह से
with spiritual love,
टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू मिल रहे हैं।
undoubtedly we are meeting through the technology.
परंतु ये आत्मा
However, this spiritual meeting
परमपिता परमात्मा के साथ संबंध जुड़ते हुए
through
वो
through
अद्भुत
forging our
अनूठा
relationship with
मिलन
the
है।
Supreme Father, this meeting is
ये
incognito.
अद्भुत मिलन है।
This is also a Lokik spiritual meeting.
अव्यक्त मुरलीज हम बच्चों को
Avyakt Murlis
अव्यक्त स्थिति में पहुंचने का
take us children into Avyakt stage.
गुप्त पुरुषार्थ क्या है,
What is incognito effort?
वास्तविक पुरुषार्थ क्या है,
What is real effort?
उसका न केवल लक्ष्य दे रही हैं
Not only giving us the
बल्कि
aim for
लक्ष्य
that,
को मूर्त बनाती हैं।
but also making us an image of those
वो बच्चे ही
qualifications.
हमको साथ साथ स्मृति दिला रहे हैं
It is also giving us this
कि
awareness
अव्यक्त
or
मुरली
reminding
एक्चुअली
us that Avyakt Murlis,
अव्यक्त मुरली
in
का
fact,
आधार क्या है।
what is the basis of that?
अव्यक्त मुरली रिवीजन है।
What Avyakt
रियल
Murlis are
कोर्स
actually revision
जब तक नहीं
course,
किया है
real course, unless and until you
तो
do the
अव्यक्त
real
मुरली
course.
ग्रास्प नहीं होती।
Until then, Avyakt Murli cannot
अच्छी
be
बहुत लगती
grasped.
है,
We really like it a lot.
प्यारे शब्द हैं,
The words are very
प्रेरणा
beautiful.
देने वाले शब्द लगते हैं।
The words
इतना
are
भी सही,
filled with inspiration, and that
भगवान
is true
वाचा के
also.
कुछ महावाक्य हैं।
These are God's direct versions.
परंतु
However,
जब तक
until and unless
बेसिक बातें नहीं समझी हैं
I haven't understood the basic
तो
things,
कोई सीधा यूनिवर्सिटी में जाकर यूनिवर्सिटी की पढ़ाई पढ़े,
then if somebody just
पढ़ाई
goes
बहुत
directly
अच्छी
to
है,
the university and goes and studies in the university, yes, the study is
परंतु
very
फाउंडेशन
elevated.
का भी बहुत
However,
महत्वपूर्ण
the
है।
foundation has great significance as well.
अव्यक्त मुरली जैसे
Avyakt
कि केक
Murlis,
है,
it's like a cake.
मीठी लगती है,
It's very sweet.
बहुत आकर्षित करती है,
It attracts us a lot.
और रिवाइज कर रहे हैं ये बहुत अच्छी
And when
बात
we
है।
are revising it, that is
खास
really good
करके
thing,
रेगुलर बाबा के
especially if
नन्हे बच्चे
we are
जो
old,
सीरियसली
regular
यूनिवर्सिटी में
students,
स्टडी कर
children of
रहे हैं,
Baba who are actually studying
उनको
the
अच्छा
study of a
अनुभव होता है।
university, then they really get a lot
वो
of
गहराई
benefit.
में जा सकते हैं और
They're
जाते
able to
हैं,
go into the depths of knowledge, and they indeed go as well.
परंतु
However,
नवे बच्चे भी
many new children,
जिन्होंने कोर्स नहीं किया है,
the ones who have not done course,
कॉन्टेक्ट्स में आने वाली सोल्स हैं।
the ones who come in contact,
यदि हम उनसे पूछें
if we ask them,
आपको कैसा लगता है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है,
Then they say, very good. I really come to listen to Sunday's Murli. I really listen to Sunday's Murli. What about Sakar Murli? That I don't really understand much. Avyakt Murli I really like a lot. Okay. Since how long are you singing? It's been 5, 7 years. Every Sunday I listen. So I ask them about what are the qualities they're imbibing in their life. So then they say, oh, we don't have that much power yet that we can do regular class. What does this mean? What is the meaning of this when they say I don't have that much power that I can commit to everyday class? So we have to understand this also, that Avyakt Murli is the study of the university, very elevated and very deep topics are covered. However, the life is made, the foundation of the life is firm when I understand the Sakar Murlis properly. In Sakar Murlis, Baba has given us the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world cycle. He has given us his introduction. He has given his ways of connecting through relationship. Even though while staying on the corporeal field of action, how to consider the circumstances and become a karma yogi. And through karma yogi, how I can become successful, how I can attain attainments. These things in Avyakt Murli, when I study in depth, then to bring it into practical, I get powers. So whoever are the ones who have interest in Avyakt Murlis, I have this hope, I have this trust that they must be listening to Sakar Murli as well, or they must be studying the Sakar Murli as well, or revising it. Because even if the soul is in contact for 15 years and are only listening to the Avyakt Murli, then you ask them, how is your Brahman life? How, to what extent have you made your Brahman life? To what extent do you walk on the godly laws and maryadas? That is number wise. So there has to be balance of both. Sagar Murli has the ingredients. Avyakt Murli is pre-made rasgulla. It's sweetish. Pre-made. It's very sweet, powerful. It gives us a lot of power. I sometimes even think that Avyakt Murlis are for all of us. It's a sweet that will make our lives sweet. Baba always says, sweet child, sweet child, sweet child. But this sweet, this Avyakt Murli, the sweet of godly knowledge is made of the power with the true knowledge. Sakar Murli, through those, Baba teaches us the ways to churn the knowledge. Every day he gives us fresh milk. And to the extent that I'm able to go into the depths of Baba's knowledge, they fit in my intellect or they touch my heart, or we can say that they set in my life, it becomes yogurt. When I have the art of connecting in yoga to Baba through the help of Sakar Murli, and when that yoga is connected, then that art of yoga is yogurt. Just playing with words here. Art of yoga is yogurt. So my stage is becoming firm, and then
उनके
churning happens.
संकल्पों का चिंतन होता है।
Pure thoughts in
अव्यक्त
the
मुरली
mind.
फिर बताती
We
है कि
think about
चिंतन
those.
कैसे करो,
And then
शुभ
Avyakt
चिंतन
Murli
कैसे
tells us
करो,
how to do
पर
pure
चिंतन से मुक्त
thinking,
कैसे बनो।
how to
तो
do
वो जो
clean
बाबा शब्द
thinking so that
बोलते
I
हैं
can be free
अव्यक्त
from the
शब्द,
thinking of
अव्यक्त मुरली
others.
द्वारा
So whatever words Baba is
पता चलता है
speaking
अपना
through the
दर्शन।
Avyakt Murlis, it kinds of
अव्यक्त
gives
मुरली
me a
आपका
mirror for
दर्पण है,
myself. Avyakt Murli is
उससे
the
अपने
mirror.
आप की चेकिंग
I
होती
can
है,
see myself, I can
अपने पर
check
आकर्षण
myself,
जाता है
and there is attention that
कि
is
जो
drawn
भी
towards
आपने
myself.
स्टडी की है
That what I have
उसमें मैं
studied,
किस मार्क्स से और कितने मार्क्स से
to
पास
what
हुआ,
extent I'm able to pass in that, and
यूनिवर्सिटी
to
की
how
फीस
with how many marks I'm able to
रोज
pass in that.
टीचर उसको
So
पढ़ाते
this is
हैं,
the study of the university. Not every day the teacher
स्टूडेंट
has
को
to teach, but the
विद्यार्थी को
student
अपने आप होमवर्क दे करके
automatically they
अपने
understand
पर
what the homework
दे
is.
करके
They have to create their own homework. They have to
अपनी
have
नोटबुक तैयार
the
करके
attention paid towards themselves. They have to create their own
उसका
notebooks,
रिजल्ट निकालना होता है।
and they have to
तो
see their own
यूनिवर्सिटी
result.
की पढ़ाई बहुत ऊंची है,
So that's why the study of the university is very
वो
elevated.
शक्तिशाली जो ज्ञान मंथन करते हैं हम
The
सृष्टि
ones
के
who do
आदि
this
से अंत
powerful
तक
churning of the knowledge of the beginning, middle, and
ब्रह्मांडों से
end of
मगन
the
बना करके
world
अध्ययन
cycle,
करते हैं।
the ones who
बाबा मुझे
experience
बार बार
meeting with the
सत्संग
Supreme
परम
Father and
सतगुरु
have
से,
heart to heart
परम
conversation
मित्र से
with the Supreme
जीवन
Sadguru,
जो है
Supreme Friend,
एक
Supreme
सुंदर
Teacher.
संबंध के सुख का अनुभव
Through
करता है,
these
तो वो
relationships,
ज्ञान का
you
मंथन
experience a life of
अथवा
joy,
विचार
pleasure.
सागर मंथन
So this churning of
मक्खन
knowledge,
बन जाता
or
है,
this churning
रिफ्रेश
of
करता
the
है,
point of knowledge,
शक्ति
becomes
देता है,
butter. It refreshes me, it
स्वस्थ
gives me
सुख दे
powers,
जाता है,
it makes me soft and
सार बन
pure
जाता
and
है।
sweet. It gives me essence.
तो अव्यक्त मुरलियां
So
अखंड
Avyakt
सांस है,
Murlis actually
आहार
is the
करने के लिए,
essence for
पर क्या
imbibing the
धारण करना
knowledge.
है,
But what I have to
सोल
imbibe,
कॉन्शियस है क्या,
what is soul consciousness?
आत्माभिमानी स्थिति है क्या,
What is the stage where I am
देहाभिमानी क्यों कहा
in my
जाता है,
self respect of soul? Why
ट्रस्टी
is
का
it called body
मतलब क्या है।
consciousness? What is the meaning of being a
तो ये
trustee?
जितने भी अव्यक्त शब्द हैं,
All these Avyakt
उन
words,
शब्दों का
spiritual words,
रियल
the
मीनिंग
real
साक्षात्कार से पता
meaning
चलता
of
है
these
जब
is
हम
in the
प्रैक्टिकल
Sakar
उसके अंदर
Murli.
रहते हुए
When I am
ये
practically
दोनों
in the
मुरलियों को
corporeal
ध्यान में
form,
रखते हैं
listening to the Sakar Murlis,
तो अव्यक्त मुरली का महत्व ज्यादा पता चलता है।
then I
अगर
understand the
सिर्फ अव्यक्त
significance of the
मुरली
Avyakt
की और
Murli.
साकार मुरली पर
If you only keep
अटेंशन
Avyakt Murli and there is no
कुछ
attention on the
करने
Sakar
में
Murli, then you will be
लोगों
listening,
को बदलने
but
में
you won't be able to transform the life. It will require more effort.
समय लग जाता है और ये रिजल्ट देखा गया है।
It will take a lot of time,
आपके
long
आसपास
time.
आपके सेंटर पर
And it has been
आपके
seen
फ्रेंड्स
even at your
हैं,
own
साथी
center,
हैं,
your friends,
सिर्फ
your
अव्यक्त मुरली
companions,
सुनते हैं,
if they listen to only
अपने
Avyakt
चक्र पर
Murli,
देखें,
then look at
ब्राह्मण
the
का
mirror of
लक्ष्य
your life.
दूसरा है,
The
फरिश्ते
aim
का
of
लक्ष्य
Brahmin life is to
दूसरा है।
become an angel. The aim of an angel is to become a
ब्राह्मण
deity.
कितने बने हैं ताकि
So, to what extent have I
अगर
become a Brahmin
बाबा
so
के
that I can
फरिश्ते
become
में मुरली
a
सुना रहे
spiritual
हैं
angel?
तो
That
आप
Baba is
समझो।
also speaking the Murli in
तो
spiritual
इसीलिए
angelic form. I can understand
किन
that
किन बातों पर ध्यान देना
in Avyakt
चाहिए,
Murli.
मैं
So
फाउंडेशन
that
में
is
आपको
why
बता रही हूँ।
what we have to pay
साथ
attention
साथ
to, I'm bringing
अव्यक्त
your
मुरली
focus
का
to the
महत्व बहुत
foundation.
ऊंचा है।
The significance of Avyakt
वो जो
Murli is
मुरली जो
so
बाबा से मिला
high,
करते थे,
elevated. So whatever is
अव्यक्त
this
थे,
butter that I have
अव्यक्त
received
जगह
from
में ये
Baba,
तपस्या करते हैं,
when we merge ourselves
ज्ञान
in
को
lovely
योग में
stage and do
परिवर्तित करते हैं,
tapasya, we transform
रहस्य स्मृति
Gyan into
मिलती है,
yoga and whatever is the
उस
power of
शक्ति से
remembrance.
अव्यक्त मुरली की
Then
धारणा
through that
होती है,
power, I'm able to imbibe
योग युक्त
Avyakt
बनना
Murli. I'm able to
और फिर
become
जो
yog
अपने आप
yuk.
को गर्म करते हैं,
Whatever I do
उसे
merged
खुशी
in
मिलती है,
yoga, in remembrance,
हृदय
I
प्रसन्न
receive
होता है,
happiness. Heart
संतुष्ट मणि
becomes
बन
happy.
करके दूसरों को
I
संतुष्ट
become
करते हैं,
jewel of contentment and I
स्वयं
can
से भी
make others
संतुष्ट रहते
content.
हैं,
So I'm content
सबको
with
भी संतुष्ट
myself. I
करते
am
हैं
also able to
और
bring
स्वयं
contentment
से
to
भी
others.
संतुष्ट रहते हैं
And I'm also
और
able to
बाबा को
remain
भी
content with
संतुष्ट
others.
करके
And Baba is also
वरदान
happy with his
देते हैं।
children. He gives
उनको भी बाबा
blessings.
मस्तक मणि
And to those Baba
हीरा
calls
हीरे का हार बना
jewels
करके
of forehead,
अपने नैनों का नूर बना कर गले में
garland
हार
of his
बनाकर
heart.
प्यारे शब्द है बहुत।
jewels of his
मैं तो
eyes.
बच्चों को अपने नैनो
He
कमलों
brings
की
us
तरह
close to
प्यार
himself.
दिखाता हूँ।
These are very
इतने
beautiful words
कवरअप
of Baba, that I make you into
अव्यक्त मुरली
jewels of my
इतने
eyes,
कलरफुल
garlands around my neck.
इतने
What does this
कलरफुल है,
mean? So
मीनिंगफुल
the
है।
words in Avyakt Murli are so
बाहर
powerful
से
and
जो
so
आवाज करने
meaningful.
की बात है,
So that is why now I have to practice it
बाबा
myself.
मेरे नैनों में
That
बैठे
if
हैं,
Baba is sitting
कैसे
in my
अभ्यास
eyes,
करना है अव्यक्त मुरली का।
how should I experience or
जैसे
study
ज्ञान की
Avyakt Murli?
साकार मुरली का मंथन
Just
करके
as how we
सृष्टि के
churn the
आदि मध्य अंत का
knowledge
विचार
in the
करेंगे,
Sakar Murli,
स्वादर्शन
the beginning,
चक्रधारी
middle,
बन
end of
के
the world cycle, I
उसको
become
जिसको
Swadarsan
दर्शन करना
Chakradhari,
है,
the one who spins the discus of
रियलाइजेशन होता है।
self-realization. In that, there is
शरीरात्मक
automatically
शक्तियों
that
में अद्भुत
realization,
परिवर्तन होता है,
and I'm able to
श्रेष्ठ
transform the
जन्मों
past
जाने की प्रेरणा
karmas.
मिलती है
There is inspiration to
और
do
अव्यक्त स्वरूप में
the
स्थित होते हैं।
elevated karmas.
तो
I'm able to
साक्षी के स्थान पर
stabilize in the
रहते हैं,
awake stage, and being a
तब
detached
ट्रांसपेरेंसी
observer,
का अनुभव होता है।
I can experience a
अंदर बाहर का
transparent stage.
बाहर वाले
The
बताएंगे
difference
ये
between
तुम्हारी कमी
internal
है,
and external, no.
और
Outside people will tell
तुम
this is
अपनी
the
कमी को
weakness
सुधारने
in
में
you. And
विफल
if
हो
there
जाते
is
हो।
body consciousness, then
इसने क्या
I will
किया, इसलिए बोल
take
दिया,
that as a
इनके
criticism.
साथ मेरी फ्रेंडशिप नहीं है इसीलिए
I
इसको
don't
बोल
have
दिया।
friendship with them. That's why he's saying like
दूसरे
this.
के दर्पण को यानी शीशे को बजाय देखने के बजाय
Instead of looking at the
इग्नोर करते
mirror,
हैं।
we ignore.
अव्यक्त मुरली बिल्कुल दर्पण है,
But Avyakt Murli is
बिना जांच
really that
परखे
mirror. How
समझ
much
के
ever you
चलती
try
है।
to hide, it cannot be
साकार
hidden.
मुरली भी बुद्धि खोलती है,
Sakar Murli
अव्यक्त
also
मुरली
opens the
बुद्धि खोलती
intellect.
है,
Avyakt
तो
Murli gives
स्वादर्शन
you a
चक्रधारी
vision. However, to be the spinner of the
दर्पण होता है,
self-realization,
वो
to be the
ज्ञान का
spinner of the discus of self-realization,
से साकार
that
के द्वारा होता
happens
है।
through the Sakar Murli,
इसलिए दोनों बातें हैं,
from the knowledge that the Supreme
दर्पण बना
Soul
नहीं,
gives.
साधारण शीशे से दर्पण बन जाता है।
So
साधारण
it
दर्पण
becomes mirror from ordinary
मतलब
glass.
उसी
It
फिनिश
transforms into a
जैसे
mirror.
कोटिंग हो जाती है, फायर
Once it
प्रूफ
is
बन जाता है,
coated, it becomes
वाटर प्रूफ बन
fireproof,
जाता है।
waterproof.
तो ये शक्ति मिलती है परमपिता
So this
परमात्मा से,
power is
जब
received
साकार
from the
मुरली
Supreme
और
Soul, the
अव्यक्त
Supreme
मुरली
Father,
को इक्वल
when
इम्पोर्टेंस
I'm
देते हैं।
able to give equal importance to both Sakar
वही
Murli as well as Avik Murli.
इसीलिए कहते हैं
That is butter.
हमको
That's
अच्छा लगता
why
है
they
मुरली
say,
मुरली
I like every day to read
साकार
Avik
मुरली।
Murli.
नहीं मैं
Do
अव्यक्त
you read
मुरली को
Sakar?
ज्यादा
No, I read Avyakt
अच्छी
Murli
मानती
every
हूँ
day.
अव्यक्त
It's
मुरली
good,
को।
very good. You should read,
पर
continue to read. However,
घी को
I-
हजम करने की भी शक्ति चाहिए।
there
इसलिए घी की
you need the
बनावट भी
power
अलग
to
है।
digest the
मिठाई
butter.
भी
That's
बनावट
why
है,
they make
सारा
sweets
पेट
out of
बटर खाएंगे
butter.
ताकत
So
चाहिए।
sweets, you eat
तो मैं
full
क्यों
stomach,
इंटेंशन
you
दिलवाऊं
need power for that.
कि अव्यक्त मुरली
So
का महत्व
I'm bringing your
और अव्यक्त
attention
मुरली
to
का
the aspect
रिजल्ट
that
तभी
there is
मिलता है
Avyakt Murli's
जब हम साकार
significance
मुरली को
versus the
सही
Avyakt
से
Murli's
पहचानते हैं।
result is obtained
स्वाभाविक
when I
ज्ञान
am
होता है,
able to give the same significance
और
to
जब वो
Sakar
फिर
Murli and go into the
बुद्धि
depths of
खुलती
Sakar
है,
Murli.
फिर
So when the
विवेक खुलता
intellect
है।
is open and the
इसीलिए आज
heart is
आपके लिए
clean,
आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि
then
खोली हो गई है।
the drishti, the vision of
ज्यादा
brotherhood for other
ज्यादा
souls, is becoming firm.
कितने घंटे भी
And
बैठ
just
जाओ,
as Baapdada is sitting,
सेम
whatever
स्टोरी
number of hours, he has the same
दोबारा
form,
रिपीट करते हैं।
same embodiment,
नो
same
मैटर
image.
क्या हो रहा है
So
आसपास,
I am become like that.
हम
No matter
उसी
what is
स्थिति में होते हैं।
happening
जब
around him,
स्थिति
but he is
बदल गई,
beyond. So that
अवस्था
stage
बन
is
जाती है,
created. That stage is
अपने आप पर अटेंशन
made
देने से।
when I pay attention to
तो
myself.
अव्यक्त मुरली
So Avyakt
और
Murli
साकार मुरली
and Sakar Murli
दोनों का बहुत गहरा
both
संबंध है, क्योंकि
have a
एक
deep
चीज
connection, deep
नहीं
relation.
बनेगी,
One is ingredients, and
इंग्रेडिएंट्स नहीं
without
है,
ingredients, the
उसका
cake will
टेस्ट नहीं
not be
बनेगा।
made, or without ingredients, the
इसीलिए
food won't
ये
be
बहुत
ready.
इम्पोर्टेंट है
So it is very
हम अपने
important
जीवन
that
को
we, um,
मनुष्य से फरिश्ता बनाना चाहते हैं,
if we want to make our
मनुष्य से
lives
देव बनाना
from
चाहते हैं,
human
तो
beings
जो
into
बाबा के
deities,
अव्यक्त इशारे हैं,
then whatever are the
उसे
Avyak
अव्यक्त में
signals of
समझने की
Baba,
जरूरत है।
we have to understand them.
अशरीरी बनने का मतलब क्या है,
To become bodiless, what does this
विदेही
mean?
बनने का मतलब क्या है,
To go beyond the consciousness
बॉडीलेस
of body, what does
क्या
this mean?
मतलब बॉडीलेस स्टेज,
Bodiless, we say. Bodiless means what?
जितना
What
भी
is
हम
this
बॉडी
stage?
कॉन्शियस में रहते हैं,
How much ever I stay in
बॉडी
body
के ऑर्गन्स
consciousness,
को
the organs
यूज
of the
ज्यादा करते
body
हैं,
are used more.
बॉडी के ऑर्गन्स को
And when I use the organs of the body, whether it is the sensory organs or the perceptory organs, I end up using them more. And sometimes in negative way also I've received these eyes, I've received this divine vision. Divine vision does not mean that you go in trance, but divine vision that there is divinity merged in these visions. So when I look at Avyakt Baapdada's vision, then I know there is divinity there. And then you look at Avyakt Baapdada's drishti or Sakar Baba's final stage drishti, it is same. Brahma Baba, while staying in the corporeal form, he created that drishti. So we also, while staying in this corporeal form, we have to make our drishti divine. So these eyes, can we not, through spiritual vision, whilst seeing myself as a soul, whoever is in front of me, the soul, how much practice do I do of looking at them in soul consciousness? Avyakt Murli teaches us this. Avyakt Baba, in a practical form, has in many Murli, in every Murli, has given these examples. He's shared his experiences. Sakar Baba, through Sakar Murli, through knowledge, he has attained that Avyakt stage. So we also have to create our Avyakt stage just like how Sakar Baba created. So Baba, he saw each one with that spiritual vision. When I see with that vision, then it feels like from Baba's eyes, that light and might is experienced. Not only love is falling upon me, but also power. And Baba also does the karmas staying in that stage. So Avyakt Baapdada's stage is an example and a sample, is an inspiration in a practical form. We are receiving it. Whatever we are studying, we at the same time, just as Brahma Baba has studied and experienced and practiced, so it is important for us also to practice based on the knowledge, based on the practice of yoga, through the imbibation of divine virtues and through the stage which is filled with powers. So whatever is the milk of knowledge that we have received from Baba, it becomes butter. From that butter, it becomes the pure, elevated ghee or butter, and then that makes my life also pure. So Baba keeps calling me pure children, sweet child, sweet child, sweet child. So how do I use my ears? Do my ears go in waste thoughts? Tomorrow there is some juice in it listening, or whether it is Baba's versions that keep on echoing in my ears, through my mouth, through my hmm, words. Baba's sweet words, whatever are the thoughts that are emerging in my mind, they will come out through my mouth. So if there is thinking about others or looking at others, then instantly my thoughts are connected with their thoughts, because when thoughts come into behavior, thoughts are seeds. So Baba brings it to our attention. He brings our attention to thoughts. Sanskar is still a gross form, but if the sanskars are not good, if my behavior is not good, then others will bring my attention to myself. But before even thinking of the sanskars, I have to think of my thoughts. I have to pay attention to my thinking, to my thoughts. Thought is the power of the mind. And so in Sakar words, Baba says, Man Manabhav. Be mine with your mind. Let your mind be merged in mine. And there are stages in that. First, there is The mind is dangling in body consciousness, or the
एक्सेप्ट होता
intellect is
जाता है
dangling in body consciousness, and Baba
देखो
says, turn
देखो
it towards me. So I change
विचार
the
के
direction, I
रास्ते में
change the
जाओ
thoughts, I understand the
अशुद्ध
significance
विचार
of
के
thoughts. And
प्रभाव में
whatever
जाओ
are the impure thoughts, then I
जहाँ भी
understand
विचार
the
उसे मुक्त
I
रहे
understand the influence of
ट्यून
those
योर
as
सेल्फ
well.
टू मी
So I understand, I
कनेक्ट
know, and
करें
I transform. Tune
उस
yourself to
मन
Baba.
से
Connect with
अपनी
Baba
शक्ति
through
में
those thoughts.
दृढ़ता हो
And there is so much determination in the
श्रेष्ठता हो लाइट
thoughts.
पल्स हो
The thoughts are, should
जैसे
be elevated,
हल्का हो
light filled,
तो ट्यून
and
करके करें
determination filled.
और
So
जब मन
whatever it
ये
is, but
सारी
I do it with
करने में
determination.
मगन हो गया
So
तो
then that
फिर
mind which is merged in love of Baba,
मन
and then
व्यर्थ
yoga
विचारों में
becomes
नहीं
easy.
चलता है
Mind will not go into wasteful thoughts
और
or
शुद्ध
wasteful
संगत में
thinking,
स्नेह के साथ में
but in
मन बार बार
auspicious
मिलन
thinking,
करना
pure
चाहता है
thinking,
मिलन
and
के लिए
whatever I want
आतुर
to
होता है
experience meeting with Baba
मनन
or
करता है मनन हो
realizing,
जाता है तो
it
मन जब से
becomes
भी ऊपर
merged, it
गया
becomes lost in that. So it has
कनेक्ट
gone
हो
beyond
गया
churning.
कनेक्ट हो गया बाबा
And when
से
it has tuned with
तो जो
Baba, it is
बाबा का
connected with
विचार
Baba,
शक्तिशाली है
then whatever
जो
and
बाबा
however
के
Baba's
विचार कल्याणकारी है
thoughts are
जो
so
बाबा के
powerful,
विचार
so
जिंदगी
beneficial,
का व्यवहार
Baba's
परिष्कार
thoughts
बदलने वाले हैं
are such thoughts
वो
that can
विचार
change
प्रभाव
my
में आ जाता है
intellect and my behavior.
तो
That
मन
thought
जब
then
ज्ञान
comes
से हो
into my practical
कर्मों को कैसे
nature,
यूज
my
करें
behavior. So, how to use
उसके लिए
my
बाबा
subtle
आज ब्रह्मा
senses
कुमारी
or
में
sensory
बैठा है
organs. So, for that,
हमें
Baba has told
बहुत
us,
सारी
the
टेक्निक
children,
बताई है
many methods Baba has
इससे
shared.
निकलता क्या है
What comes out of
कभी जो है
my mouth?
शब्द
Whether it is sound,
भिन्न भिन्न टाइटल
swan,
दे
mouth.
करके उसका
Baba gives
स्वरूप
us different
समझाता है
titles and makes us embodiment of those.
स्वरूप बनना है
I have to become an embodiment,
ज्ञान स्वरूप
embodiment of
ज्ञान
knowledge,
स्वरूप
embodiment of
ज्ञान
peace,
स्वरूप
embodiment of love,
पवित्र स्वरूप
embodiment of
शक्ति
purity,
स्वरूप जब
embodiment of
रूप में आ
powers.
गया
So when it
ज्ञान
comes
में
in
आ
my
गया
form,
वो
what
जो
comes in my
नॉलेज
form?
थी
The
वो
knowledge that
लाइट
was
बन
there.
गई
It
और वो
becomes light,
माइट बन
and that
करके
light
दूसरी
and
आत्माओं को
might
माइट दे रही है
is now able
ये
to give
साकार बाबा
powers to other
जो
souls.
अव्यक्त
This
स्वरूप
is
बने
Sakar Baba, who became Avyakt
निर्गुण
form.
बने
He
साकार में
became
लाइट
light and might whilst
तो
staying in the
अव्यक्त
Sakar
बनकर बाबा
form.
बता रहे हैं
So,
कि
becoming
साकार में
Avyakt, now
रहकर
Baba is telling
मैं
that
अव्यक्त
while
स्वरूप हूँ
staying in Sakar, I am beyond
मेरा पहला पहला अनुभव
in my Avyakt form. This
अव्यक्त
is my
बापदादा
first
से
experience with first time meeting
साकार में
Avyakt
आकर
Baapdada.
बापदादा से मिलन और
In
लास्ट
Sakar
अनुभव
also, I have experienced
साकार
meeting
में
with
आकर
Baapdada.
बापदादा से मिलन
And then last experience was
मेरा
that
पहला अनुभव
meeting Avyakt
ईश्वर
Baapdada
से
in the
है
Sakar form. My first experiences of
मैं
1957.
पर
I was at the
एक
center.
बारी
Before that, I had never been to the center.
एक बारी
One
हम नीचे
time,
सिर्फ 2 मिनट के लिए गए थे अंदर
while
नीचे
going, I just
देखेंगे
went for 2 minutes.
हमारी
I
दादी
saw the
प्रकाश
picture.
में दिल्ली रजौरी
Dadi
गार्डन
Prakashmani was in Delhi Rajyogi Garden Center. So I saw the pictures a little
और
bit.
2 मिनट खाली गए और बाहर आ गए तो ज्ञान नहीं
That
सुना
too, just 2 minutes. I went inside and I came outside. I did
ज्ञान
not
प्रकाश
listen to the
में कभी किसी
knowledge
को
until
ज्ञान
that
बात
time,
नहीं की सिर्फ सामने देखा
nor did I have much
यहाँ कोई ज्ञान
talk
देने
or
आई है
conversation with Dadi Prakashmani. Just
पहली बार
got to
गए
know that here
सत्संग
Dadi
सुनने के
lives.
लिए गए
But when I went first time to listen to
हमारे
the
कॉलेज फ्रेंड ने
satsang,
हमको निमंत्रण दिया
it was my college friend who gave me
बाबा
the
दिल्ली में आए
invitation.
हुए थे
Babu had come to
तो
Delhi,
ये कहा कि
and someone said,
स्पिरिचुअल स्टडी में इंटरेस्ट है
do you have interest in
तो ऐसे
spiritual
सत्संग में
study?
ले
Then
चलेंगे
I will take you in such a
जहाँ
spiritual
आपको बातें
gathering,
अच्छी लगेंगी
the company of truth, where you will
तो हम उसके
like
गए
those things. And so I went with her.
हमारी मदर हमारी मासी के साथ एक दो बारी गई थी
My mother had been to this place with my maternal aunt 1 or 2 times, but I had never
जब हम
been
गए
there.
तो
So when I went
मामा ने
there,
कहा कि आज का जो
sisters said, today,
क्लास है
today's
आपको
class,
समझ में नहीं आएगा
you will not be able to understand
मैंने
it.
कहा मैंने बहुत सत्संग भी किए हैं
I said, I have done a lot of
कथा सुनी है
satsangs. I have been listening to
और क्योंकि मैंने
stories
बचपन से
since
किया है
childhood.
तो
I
ये
have
बात
done a
मुझे
lot
याद
of
है
worshipping.
भजन
Since childhood, I had this this attraction, this pull towards devotion. So I said to her,
ये आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा क्योंकि ये कुछ
when she said to
और
me,
है।
this you will not understand because this is different than
कभी
the
समझ
devotion
में
that you
आएगा,
have done. So my friend
नहीं
said,
समझ में आएगा तो कल कॉलेज में हम इनसे थोड़ा बातचीत
if
करेंगे,
she does not
जो
understand, that
आपको
tomorrow in the
समझ में
college I
नहीं
will
आएगा।
understand. I will talk to her. Whatever she
तो
doesn't understand,
उन्होंने
I will help her a little
रिकमेंडेशन
bit. So through her
उन्होंने
recommendation,
हमको ऊपर जाने दिया, छत पर
she
जाने
allowed
दिया।
me to go up. The class was on the
तो मैं ऐसे
rooftop.
आहिस्ता बिल्कुल सीढ़ियों के बिल्कुल पास बैठ गई।
So I on the terrace. So I went.
बड़ा खुला, यहाँ तो रूफ पे
It
भी
was open here.
सीढ़ियाँ होती हैं, सारा
Huh?
मकान अगर
There is nothing on the roof, but
पूरा पूरा ये जैसे सारा छत भरी हुई थी,
when the whole
सबके पास
rooftop
बैठे
was
थे।
filled with brothers and sisters. Everyone was
बाबा
sitting,
अभी नहीं आए थे,
and Baba had
मैं
not come
बिल्कुल
yet.
पास में सीढ़ियों के पास बैठी
I
हुई
was
थी।
sitting very close to the
सोचा
stairs.
मुझे नहीं समझ में आएगा,
I thought if I didn't
चली
understand,
जाऊंगी।
then I will get up and go.
पर ना कोई ढोलक बज रही है, ना कीर्तन हो रहा है, ना भजन हो रहा
But
है।
there is no
मैंने कहा चलो महात्मा जी
drums
आएंगे
beating,
वाहिगुरु जी आएंगे
no
तो
sounds,
तब
nothing.
कहेंगे जय गुरु जी महाराज।
I thought when the
तो अब मुझे पता
great
नहीं था
soul will come,
कि
Guruji will
कब
come, everyone will get up and
ऐसे लगा
say
करके जैसे
salutations to Guru. So until I will understand, so I will close my eyes and sit in
या बस
meditation.
कुछ कीर्तन
But there
हो
was
रहा
no
है।
sound, there was no kirtan, no chanting, nothing.
तो जब मैंने आँख खोल के देखा तो
So when I
बाबा
opened
तो
my
मेरे साथ
eyes,
में बैठे थे, हम कोई
Baba
योगा
was
नहीं कर
there,
रहे थे,
everyone was sitting in
एकदम
yoga.
साइलेंस में बैठे
I
थे।
didn't know at that time that they all are sitting in
मैंने
silence
देखा
because of
वहाँ
this.
सामने
So when I saw
जो गद्दा
Baba in the
वो
front,
ये था,
there
गद्दा
was a small platform, small gadi, small
बाबा की बॉडी
mattress,
लाइट ही लाइट
and
दिखाई पड़ी।
Baba's body was like light, all filled with light.
सूर्य का प्रकाश अभी
I
चालू
saw it.
था, जब सितंबर मंथ था, सन नहीं
This
था।
was September month, and the
तो
sun had
सूर्य
not
का प्रकाश
completely gone down.
ऊपर ही क्यों पड़ रहा है।
So I thought, why
बाबा के
is
जो
the
बच्चे थे,
sunlight falling only on
तो
him?
मैंने
Why
उसके
not on everyone else?
पास उठ के
So I
उसके पास
changed
बैठी।
my
हाँ
place,
मुझे
my
बाबा की
position.
बॉडी से लाइट ही
I
दिखाई
got
पड़ी।
up and sat at some other place, and still from there also I saw
पता नहीं
Baba's body is filled with
बाबा
light.
मैं ठीक
So
नहीं
then
दिख
I
रही,
thought, am I looking
बस
properly? Am I able to see
आपको
things?
ट्रांसलाइट
Is
करना
it
चाहती
really
हूँ।
the body of
एकदम
light?
ऐसा ही था जैसे कि एक लाइट का फ्रेम है
Just as a
और
trance-like picture,
आसपास
like
सफेद
a
कलर
frame
की
of light,
लाइटिंग्स
and
में ही
there's
बाबा खड़े हुए।
light everywhere, and Baba is sitting in that light.
फिर मैंने अपने आप को जगह बदली किया,
Then again, I
फिर
changed
से
my
लाइट आई,
position. I pinched
बाबा की
myself,
बॉडी लाइट ही नजर आई
but still,
और उस लाइट
I
में
saw Baba's
हर्षित
body of
करने लगा।
light. But there was
तो
so
मेरा
much
दिल करता
attraction
था
in that light
आप
that I
जैसे ही
wanted
कहें,
to. My
आपको
heart
जैसे
felt
ही
like I
कहना है
should,
कि
as soon
मैं
as I
जाऊंगी,
see
ठीक
that
है
there is a
जाइए।
magnetic energy that is pulling me towards itself.
अच्छा लग रहा है, जैसे टिंगलिंग
It
जैसे किसी
feels
चीज की।
good. There's a very tingling sensation.
और आंखें बंद करती हूँ किसी
And when I close my eyes, okay,
कुछ मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग,
maybe there is some misunderstanding or I'm not able to understand. So I used to
लेकिन
close
ये
my
नहीं था,
eyes. So
बाबा
then,
की
just like
लाइट जैसे मुझे
moonlight
आसपास है,
all around me,
कूलनेस,
I was experiencing that. There
शीतल
was a lot of coolness
लाइट
and
मुझे
lightness in that.
महसूस होती थी। और वो
It
जैसे
was
बहुत एक हर्षित करने
uh,
वाली,
it
आनंद
was
देने
the
वाली,
light that was bringing me a lot
खुशी
of
देने वाली,
joy and happiness
दर्शन
and
करने वाली थी।
pleasure,
तो
attracting
जैसे
me towards
छोटे बच्चे
it.
खेलते
So
होते हैं,
just like small
मैं
children
वैसे ही
play
आंखें बंद
game,
करती थी,
I also
आंखें
was
खोलती थी,
playing this game of
लगता था
closing my
कुछ
eyes, opening my eyes, closing my eyes, opening my eyes.
क्या देख रही हूँ मैं।
Really, what am I seeing?
तो अच्छा अनुभव ऐसा मैं, अब मैं
So it's a good
रिलेट
uh,
कैसे करूँ, तो जैसे कोई गर्मी का
experience. How
मौसम
should I
होता है
relate
उस
to it?
समय,
So just as
ठंड
how
होती,
when it is
पसीने आ
summer
रहे होते हैं,
season, there's a lot of heat and
ठंडी
a lot of
ठंडी हवा,
sweating, and then
और
suddenly a
ऐसे
cool
तो आपको
wave
जैसे
of
रोंगटे
air
खड़े हो जाते हैं।
touches you. So
तो
how
मेरी
your goose pimples
स्थिति
get.
ऐसी थी,
So my internal
अच्छा
stage
लग
was
रहा
like
है,
that. I was feeling so good,
मैं जैसे खेल खेल रही हूँ,
as if I am playing a game.
और ये अनुभव होते हुए भी
And while
जब
having
तक
this
ज्ञान नहीं है,
experience,
समझ नहीं है,
when there is no knowledge, no understanding,
सुनी हुई बात का असर है,
and just
तो किस
there is
तरह से
influence of the
उसमें
things that I'm listening.
होती है।
So what kind of
मैं
disturbance
सोचा
it comes in mind? So I thought,
महात्मा जी कोई जादू तो नहीं कर रहे,
this Mahatma
अच्छा
Ji is not
महात्मा
doing
जी
any
जादू
magic. I've heard Brahma Kumaris perform magic.
कोई जादू कर रहे हैं।
So maybe he's
गर्म नहीं होता
performing some magic. So that fear
डर आदमी को
emerged
नहीं
in
करता
me. And as soon as that fear emerged, I thought, let me see where my mother is sitting. If something happens to me,
मदर याद आई
then my mother
कंडीशन याद
can
आई
hold me. That
बॉडी
relationship of body was remembered, body consciousness
एक्सपीरियंस
was
बिल्कुल नहीं रहे
experienced. That experience that I was having
मैंने
earlier
तस्वीरें
was
देखी
completely vanished.
लाइट
So
की
then I
बॉडी
saw Baba's
जैसे
body
सोता
was
है
no
वैसे
longer
बैठे
a
देखते
body of light. I saw a very ordinary
बाबा तो थे
Baba sitting there. Baba was the
क्या
same
बोला
one.
फिर मैं मुरली सुनने की कोशिश की मुरली तो नहीं
Then
है
I was
लेकिन
trying to
मुरली
listen
सुन
to
ली
the
तो फिर
Murli.
मालूम
There was
बाबा
no
को सुनने
word
की
called
नहीं
Murli
है
at that time, but I was trying to
बाबा
listen to
कहते
Baba,
लाइट
and Baba was speaking with so much lightness.
बार बार दो तीन सेंटेंस के बाद लाइट शब्द मैंने कहा ये
After
अजीब सी
every
चीज है
2, 3 words, there was
ये
the
बहुत
word light.
अजीब
So
है
I said, this
लेकिन
one is a very
लाइट है
unique kind of great
हाथे भी
soul.
लाइट होंगे
His
पैर
words are
भी
light,
लाइट हुए होंगे
his body is light.
तो वो मन
Is
लेकिन
his
वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा
birth also light? Is he eating light? What is happening? I wasn't able to
कैसी
understand.
अजीब थी
So when I did not understand, I thought,
लाइट शब्द ही सुनते लाइट
I
जलाते
felt
हैं
little
दिए
boring. I'm
जलाते हैं
hearing only light, light,
तो
light.
प्यार करने
So I
लगे
thought what that sister was saying that I will not
धीरे धीरे करके
understand. I
मैं
felt maybe that is true.
थॉट कैच करती हैं
So I
तो
thought, let me
वो
see if
छाती
that
लगी बैठी थी
person will catch
उनको
my
सोने नहीं
thought.
देना पहले मैंने कहा
My
पहले
friend was
सुनो
sitting in
ध्यान
the
से
front
बैठ के
because she was allowed. So she went and
बस
sat in the
ऐसे ही
front.
सुन रही थी
So she was listening with
इतनी
so
ध्यान से
much
सुन रही थी
pleasure, with so much
जैसे
happiness,
कि उनको कुछ
as if
रस मिल रहा है
she's
बहुत
receiving some
लेकिन
juice
जब
of it,
वो
some
खत्म करे
nectar. And so
मैंने
I
कहा
had to
बस
wait,
एक
let
मिनट
him
रेस्ट करो
finish. And when we went home on our way back,
मैंने उनको अपना अनुभव सुनाया
I told her about my
बताइए महात्मा
experience.
जी ने कौन सी कथा
I
सुनाई
don't know what
मुझे तो कुछ समझ नहीं
story
आ रहा
your Mahatma Ji said. I
मैंने
didn't really
राज योगी से
understand much.
संबंध किया
And I shared
बहुत
my
सुंदर
experience with her, and she
कितना
said
अच्छा ज्ञान था
it was such
कितना अच्छा
so
आपने
beautiful
समझाया
knowledge. He explained so
लाइफ का
beautifully
पर्पस क्या है
that the purpose,
हम
what is
कहाँ
the
से आए
purpose of
हैं
life? Where have we
हमारा
come from?
ओरिजिनल रूप कौन सा
What
है
is our original
और मूल
form?
धाम कौन सा है
What is our original place
ब्रह्मलोक
of
कहाँ
residence?
पर है
Where is Brahmalok?
तो मेरे को तो कई प्रश्नों का उत्तर मिला है
So I
तो
received
बहुत अच्छा
answers to a
लगा
lot of questions. This is
मैंने कहा
very
ये तो लाइट
nice
जैसी बात
knowledge.
है पर मुझे तो कुछ लाइट नहीं नजर आई
But
एक ही
I did
समय में
not
हम दोनों
see any light.
मुझे ज्ञान समझ में नहीं आया
So we both went
मुझे
to the
बस
same
कथा
place.
दिखाई पड़ी
I did not
पर
understand the
मेरे को ये तो
Gyan, and
पता
she
चल
did
गया
not see the light.
कि वो लाइट
So I have
किस
this
जगह से
question,
आती
what
है
was that light? Where was it
मुझे
coming
पता नहीं
from? So
मैंने
next
उनसे
day,
पूछा
I asked my friend.
उन्होंने बताया
She told me
कि ये जो लाइट थी
that
ये निराकार परमपिता परमात्मा
this
एक
light was
विचारक
of the
थे
incorporeal
तो उनकी
God
भी समझ
Shiva who was speaking through him.
बचपन में
So that light
परिचय
word,
फिर अपना परिचय
he was
बताया
giving his own
मैंने
introduction
कहा नहीं कोई
that
बात
he
नहीं
is light.
आपको
I am
जानकारी
light.
तो हुई नहीं
I said I don't think it was God there speaking
तो
because there
उन्होंने
was
जवाब
no
दिया
echoing
कि
from
वो
the
तो यही
sky. There's
भगवान ने
lightning that
आकाशवाणी
happens
होती है
if
तो
there is
उसके
Akashvani is like if there is voice coming from this
अगर
ether,
लाइटनिंग ऐसे होवे तो कोई चीज
there should be lightning, there should be big voice coming, but I
उसने
didn't
अर्थ
hear
दिया
any of
ये
that.
निराकार
She
है
tried to explain to me that
स्पर्श
he's
करे ना तो
incorporeal,
और वो
but
किसी
if
बर्तन
he
में
is
चला जाए तो
almighty
वो कैसे जलेगा
authority, and if he comes in somebody's body, then that body would burn. But she said, no, this is God's power which does not
भगवान
burn
के
the
चरणों में
body.
निचले
God's
तो फिर
children we are. We call him Father.
फिर उनकी शक्ति बच्चों को
So
जलाने की शक्ति
if his powers would burn the children,
परमात्मा
then
की
who would
शक्ति
be the
से वो नहीं
protector?
जलाते
Paramatma,
परम
meaning
शक्ति
the
जो ईगो
supreme
है
soul, does not burn the
अहंकार
bodies, but the ego of the body or the
आप कर्म
sins
करते हैं
or sins or
उस
sinful
शक्ति
actions that we perform through the
को
body,
भस्म करते हैं
that power of God
शरीर भस्म
burns
कर देते हैं
these sinful
मैंने कहा फिर भी और न्याय
karmic
है
accounts. I said,
भगवान
still,
कैसे
he is
जला
Almighty
सकते
Authority.
खुद ही
So,
समझा सके
how
तो मैं
can
बात
his
करते
power
महात्मा जी तो बड़े दर्द
one's
से बैठे थे
body can tolerate?
और
But
अपनी
that
बात
Mahatma
करते थे तो
Ji
बहुत
was
अच्छा
sitting
लगता
so
था
comfortably. He was talking as if he was
देखा
talking with
परमात्मा
small
भी हमारे
children.
बच्चे हैं
She said, yeah, that is
बहुत
right. We
सूक्ष्म
are all
सूक्ष्म
his
शब्दों से
children.
कोमल
So
भाषा
in
में
very
बात करते
sweet,
थे
very gentle voice,
परमात्मा की
he was
शक्ति
talking to his
वो
children.
जलाने की
but his powers are not powers that would burn. So I had a handkerchief in my hand. I said, if your handkerchief will fall, will you not pick it up? I said, why not? I will wash it and then use it. How much power do you need in this? She said, why would I need any power to pick up such a small handkerchief? What powers will I use? So then she said, can you pick up 20 kgs of weight? I said, yes, I have muscles. I can pick up my suitcase. The person coolie who picks up the suitcases will throw it. But if I have to set my room or whatever, then I have to pick my own bags. So why you don't use your muscles? Her name was Subhash. So I said, Subhash, if I use my muscles just like I use them for picking up the bag, then my face will also show no, I'm picking up weight. People will think I am mad if I use the same power to pick up the handkerchief. So then, Sudesh, do you think God is mad? God is crazy? You also have this much understanding that if I want to pick up a handkerchief, I don't need so much power. But if I have to pick up a suitcase, then I have to use powers of the muscles. Similarly, God's powers are not the powers to burn anyone, but there is lightness in his power. That power is the power to uplift others. Of course, at that time, I did not understand much, but there was curiosity. So I said, when I go tomorrow, then I will open my eyes and sit. So the light that comes, how it comes in his body, I will see. I was sitting with my closed eyes. I went next day. Baba had gone. He was going from via Delhi to some other place. Within India, he was going to some other place. So Baba went, but I had a lot of curiosity as to how did that light come. So I started to study. I used to go to college, and it was 2 o'clock when I could reach the center. But that time it was the rest time for the sisters. So there was a shed outside. There would be chairs and bench, and there would be literature on the table. So I would go and I would read it. I started to read Murlis. Interest developed. That time there was only Sakar Murlis. I had started to understand knowledge. I started to see what is the reality. My intellect started to understand what is God, who is soul, what is the purpose. All these things I began to understand, and there was interest that was developed. And then, of course, I met Sakar Baba. That was also a very beautiful experience. How Baba does not look at the words, but looks or catches the thoughts and gives answers. So that that experience of meeting with Sakar Baba, I will share that some other day. But how I'm talking about how Avyakt Baapdada used to come in Sakar and meet us. So how did that experience came into through? That also I saw a body of light. I was seeing the Sakar Murli. So I would see Baba in the Sakar form. I used to go to Baba many times in Madhuban also. I used to go to Baba. Baba used to bring my attention to whose hand have you holded on to, and he would remind me that you know that it is Baba's hand that you're holding, the incorporeal father's hand. So I realized that even while staying in Sakar form, he attained the incorporeal or Avyakt form. And when he was Avyakt, he came in the Avyakt form in the Sakar to give us the experience of Avyakt form. So from Sakar, you can become Avyakt, and from Avyakt, you come into Avyakt form and be Avyakt. This is Avyakt Murli's message. Whatever is happening in front, there is no need to be disturbed. Maintain stable stage. Those who have heard Sakar Murli directly, Avyakt Murli directly, they have seen the contrast of two. Avyakt Baapdada is sitting on the stage, the music is on, tolis are being distributed. There is so much activity happening around, but Baba is stable. Mm, Baba is going to give the children toli, to fruits and flowers, whatever people have to take care of the stage according to the administration. They will pick the
मेरे
tray,
हाथ
they
से
will put the tray
बिल्कुल
behind,
नहीं।
they will do. But Baba will not have thought, oh,
बाबा
with
ने
my
बोला
with my hand I was supposed to give them.
कि
No, Baba is still sitting,
वो
still
शक्तिशाली है,
smiling, still giving
वो
drishti as
हमेशा
if
अपने
he's
कार्य
giving
से परे है।
powers.
इस
Even while
दृष्टि
they're
से
going
मुझे
far, through his
इनकी
signals, he's
स्थिति
giving very
ऑब्जर्व
stable, very
करना,
detached stage,
कोई भी
like a
परिस्थिति में
detached
निरंतर
observer. He was not absorbing
ऑब्जर्वर
any
होकर काम
situation,
करे।
just
अव्यक्त मुझे ये
observing.
सब शिक्षा देता
This
है।
is
वो
the
शिक्षा
teachings
का
of
क्या
the
बल है,
these are the
ये
teachings of
मुझे
the
जानना
Avyakt
है।
Murli. It is his
तो बाबा
power of
ने फिर
yoga.
मतलब हम
So
बाबा जी कब
Baba,
से मिले,
we
तो
met him many, many times. Lot of
परंपरा
different
अनुभव
experiences I have.
दो
But the
अनुभव आपको
Avyakt
सुनाती हूँ।
experience I will share.
तो फिर मैं बाबा ने मुझे जयपुर में बुलाया था सेवा
So
करने
then
के लिए।
Baba invited me to Jaipur from
जयपुर से
Delhi.
तो मैं बहुत जल्दी जल्दी जाती थी मधुबन में।
From Jaipur, I used to
तो
go to Madhuban more often.
1978 नवंबर को
In 1978,
मैं मधुबन गई पार्टी लेकर।
in November, I went to
बाबा
Madhuban. I
मुझे
took a
वहाँ
gathering with
पार्टी
me, party with
ट्रेनिंग
me,
सेंटर दिखाया।
and Baba holded my
ट्रेनिंग
hand and
सेंटर
he
का
showed me
नाम
the
था
training center. Training
बाबा
center
ने
was
कहा
under construction at that time. Baba said, child,
ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बन रहा
this
है,
is training center
यहाँ
that is being made.
कुमारियों को
You
ट्रेनिंग
have to
देनी है,
train the Kumaris here.
टीचर्स को ट्रेनिंग देनी है।
You have to train the teachers here.
अभी कमरे बन रहे हैं, फाइनली
Now
सीमेंट लगेगा, तैयार हो
the
जाएगा,
rooms are
तो
being
फिर
made,
बच्चे
final cement will be
और भी
applied, and then the rooms will be complete.
बच्चे
They
आएंगे।
need all kinds of
तो जैसे
training.
बाबा मेरा हाथ पकड़ करके
So
गए
just
कि
like
ये
Baba was
ट्रेनिंग
holding my
यहीं
hand,
होगी
and then he
और
said, training will
जो
happen here,
पार्टी आएगी
and
रहेगी,
whoever the party will
पार्टी
come, they will
रहेगी।
stay.
उस समय विशाल भवन बना नहीं था,
That time
यहाँ
Vishal
पे
Bhavan was not made, but he said there will be a building that will be made here and they will
जैसे ही वो
stay
बन
here.
रही थी तो बाबा
So
मुझे
as it
अपने
was
हाथ
being
पकड़ के
made, Baba was
जहाँ जो
holding my
गए
hand,
होते हैं उनको मार्ग
taking me
दिखाते
around. Those who have been to Madhuban, you
हैं।
must know
शांति स्तूप
that
से जब
from Tower of
किचन में
Peace,
जाते हैं,
when we
तो
go to
अंदर जाते
kitchen
हैं तो
or when we
स्टेशन
go to
पड़ता है
Vishal Bhavan, there are
जहाँ एवर
steps
हेल्दी हॉस्पिटल था।
where there is ever healthy hospital
वो
before.
स्टेप्स नहीं थे,
There were no
सीढ़ी
steps before, but it was just like a
बाबा ने
hilltop.
मेरा हाथ पकड़ा
So Baba
और
holded my
ऐसे हाथ
hand
पकड़ के जैसे मुझे वो हिल चढ़ा रहे हैं।
and Baba was
बाबा ने
making
जैसे
me
हाथ पकड़ा था
climb
मुझे
that
लगा
hill.
हाथ
So when Baba holded my
हॉस्पिटल का
hand,
नहीं लगा,
I did not
जैसे माई
feel
का
it
हाथ
is a
लगा,
hand of flesh and bone,
ट्रांसपेरेंट,
as if it's
तो
a
बाबा
cotton
के
wool
हाथ से
made hand,
जैसे
very
लाइट के
soft.
वाइब्रेशन
And
हुए,
Baba's, there was
तो मैं
vibrations of light that
तो
was
बाबा के
emerging
चरणों
from
से
Baba's hand. And when I
लाइट
saw
से
Baba, whole
तो
body
फिर
was of
मैंने
light.
बैठा हुआ रूप देखा था,
In the beginning, I had
जैसे
seen the
बाबा
sitting form of light, and
लाइट
now
का रूप,
was the standing form of light.
ये
And I felt
अब इस आकार में आ गए।
that means Nirakar Baba, incorporeal Baba, has come in the Sakar
बॉडी में
form.
वही हूँ,
So it was like looking at Baba as if I am also not. And so I felt Avyakt Baapdada is
बाबा
here.
ने फिर मेरे हाथ को
Avyakt
प्रेस किया
world
अंदर
is
से,
here. And Baba
तो
pressed my
फिर से
hand and he
कॉन्शियस हुई
said,
कि मैं
let's go, child. And so
गई।
again, I regained the consciousness. Mm.
वो जो मिस्त्री था वो
So then
सीढ़ी
we
से
went
नीचे
up. There was the
फाइबर को देने के लिए,
person who does the construction. He was mixing cement and water and preparing for
मिस्त्री को
the
बोलता
rooms.
है
And Baba
ये
said, look,
सीमेंट
child,
कितने
this
परसेंटेज दूसरे मेटल
person,
में
this
है,
construction person also knows how much is the
क्या क्या
percentage of
तो जैसे ही
cement, how
बताया
much is the percentage of stone, etc., that needs to go in.
सबको
If he puts even more, then there will be crack
ब्रह्मा
in
कुमार
the
कुमारी
wall.
बनने की
So
ट्रेनिंग दे रहा
children,
है,
what
कैरेक्टर
is the
बिल्डिंग,
training to become Brahma
जीवन
Kumar
को
Kumari?
आधार बनाने
Character
की,
building.
जिस
This is the
बिल्डिंग में
building to make the
सारे
life,
डिवाइन वर्च्यूज रहेंगे,
and all the
ऐसी
divine
जीवन
qualities are
व्यक्ति
present in
पैदा
this
रहे।
building, through
जैसे
which
मैं
there
इस
can be
धरती पर
divinity
सत्य
in life.
जिंदा व्यक्ति है बिल्डिंग में है,
And just as the living
ऐसे
being is
सृष्टि की बिल्डिंग को
in the
बनाना।
building, so I have to make the
तो
building of this life.
समझ में आया कि
So did you
बाबा मुझे
understand what
जागृत
Baba
करके
wants from us,
हाथ पकड़
children?
रहा है।
He wants us to reform our character.
तो जो
He
फाइनल
wants to
स्टेज
create a
था,
new world.
अच्छा
So the
फिर
final
दूसरे दिन
stage, when
क्या
second
था
day,
वो तो फिर और कहानी है।
what it
जयपुर
was,
जाने
that
को
is different
आव्याक्त
story.
बाबा ने मुझे
Mm.
भेजा था।
When Baba had
जयपुर
sent me to
वाले मुझे
Jaipur,
सेवा के ख्याल से रखना चाहते थे,
he wanted
दिल्ली
to
वाले
keep me
कहते थे
there
वापस
as
दिल्ली आओ,
for service there in Jaipur. Delhi once used to say, "Come back to Delhi." So Baba said to the ones in Delhi, in Delhi she was sitting on horse. Wherever there was service, Baba used to send. Jaipur, now she's sitting on the elephant. That means there is royal form of service, museum service. People used to come. I didn't have to go. They used to call the kings and ministers and governments and public. Everyone used to come. Hmm. So Baba said, if you create an elephant, then I will send Sudesh. So what if you she's sitting here on elephant. In Delhi she was sitting on horse. Now if you create a lion, then I will send her back to Delhi. That means do some service, that you create more saintly group of people or bring more new people, then we will send her. So then in Delhi they had called the prime minister, who was for some time, I can understand name. So then Delhi sent the message that send Sudesh there. So Baba called me next day in the morning and said, Baba has received a telegram. Baba has to complete his promise. Now you don't go to Jaipur, go to Delhi. So in 1 minute, Baba would become detached. That you have to serve well, but also stay detached. Be busy, but also be light. Be angel. Fulfill the responsibility, but don't be in bondage. So in Sakar form, Baba gave practical training. So Avyakt Murli made us from Sakar Murli wants to make us from angels into deities. And Sakar Murli makes us from Shudras into Brahmins. So whatever I want to study at the university level, I have to make my foundation strong. There will be a lot of joy and pleasure. There will be no feeling of being bored or being wasting time, but it will be very easy and pleasurable, joyful life.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
दीदी जी बहुत अच्छा, क्योंकि हमने सुना और बहुत अच्छा लगा, क्योंकि काफी भाई बहन
Thank you, Didiji. We are listening, and in YouTube there are many who are more than 100 on YouTube. So total there are more than 300, 400 people who are listening. Or we want to tell you one thing, that they are listening to Sakar Murli every day. Besides that, this is extra effort that they're making. If you have 5-10 minutes, then we can take some Q&A. Is that okay with you?
ठीक है, एक 2 मिनट, एक अनाउंसमेंट है कि ये डेली जो हिंदी और इंग्लिश अव्यक्त मुरली क्लब है, ये डेली व्हाट्सएप पर भी अगर कोई ज्वाइन नहीं है तो इस व्हाट्सएप पर आप ज्वाइन हो।
If you have, this is an announcement. If any one of you needs to be on the Avyakt Murli Club, you can also join through the WhatsApp group. Joining link is given, or the support number is there. There is Zoom link as well as given. In the morning, there's a batch from 5 to 5:45, and evening is 9 p.m. to 9:45. English Murli is only from morning 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. So this is the Zoom ID that you have joined, is the same one for if you have any questions, then you can send it in the chat room, or you can send it in the YouTube as well. We will take them.
अच्छा, तो वंदना दीदी जब कंटिन्यू करना, एक दो क्वेश्चन हम दीदी जी लेंगे क्योंकि टाइम हुआ है।
So 1 or 2 questions only we will take, because we are almost close to our end time. Om Shanti, Didiji. Somebody is asking, what is the difference between staying beyond and staying? I did not understand. What is the difference between stage, which is detached observer stage, and stage which is beyond?
एक सेकंड में थोड़ा हेल्प लूं,
ठीक
ताकि थोड़ा सुनने में आपने समझा क्या बोला?
साक्षी स्थिति में और उपराम स्थिति में क्या अंतर है?
साक्षी और उपराम स्थिति में अंतर क्या है? साक्षी और उपराम.
So detached observer seat and stage beyond. What is the difference between the two stages? Detached observer means you are becoming an observer and you're seeing it. In that moment, you are just an observer. So that you're not absorbing anything, you're not taking anything inside. You are remaining as an observer. And whatever other negative and positive, why, what, you're not going into all of that. When you are beyond, then beyond means you are free from influence. Detached observer's stage, you become beyond, and from beyond, you see as a detached observer. So actually, the stage of beyond is a practicing stage, that I am beyond body consciousness. I am Avyakt. All of this is going around is a game. This is unlimited drama. This is an practice, which is the practice of going beyond. And when you go beyond and see down below, then big thing also appears to be small. So that is called as being detached observer. There is no interference, not even thoughts will emerge. You will just be observer. So from the practice of going beyond, you are able to come into the stage of being detached observer. Thank you.
बहुत शॉर्ट में और लेकिन बहुत सटीक हम बताया. अभी किसी ने पूछा है दीदी जी कि खुद को मोल्ड करने वाले ही रियल गोल्ड बनते हैं.
The ones who mold themselves become real gold. Can you explain that little bit?
खुद को मोल्ड करने वाले ही गोल्ड बनते हैं.
The ones who mold themselves are the ones who become gold. Actually, in gold, if you see, there is mixture of alloy. And to the extent there is mixture of alloy, it becomes hard, it becomes heavy.
तो हार्ड नेचर यानी अपने में फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी नहीं रहती, तो रियल गोल्ड नहीं कहेंगे, प्योर नहीं कहेंगे. जब किसी प्रकार की डिजायर, पोजीशन,
So the desire, the position, the control, comparison, these subtle things, these are not gross forms of vices, but subtle forms of desires. When they become mixed in my pure seva, then I become stubborn in that. I feel I'm becoming authority, but no, actually, I'm becoming stubborn. It's as if like the alloy is becoming mixed. Like Baba is saying, falsehood is becoming mixed in the truth. And to the extent that it becomes mixed, it does not become flexible. It's not able to be molded. So real gold means to remove that alloy. I need fire. I need gentle fire. And in that fire, I'm able to remove the alloy. And the gold becomes very soft. It becomes very bright and also soft. It is able to be molded. You're able to mold it. But if it is mixed with iron, then you can't mold it. You can't change it. So this is what it means that my life will become flexible. It will be filled with mercy. There will be benevolence. There will be no stubbornness. There is no nature of proving anything. In a very natural way, they're able to remain clean and flexible. So real gold is the one who can mold their lives. So I can also transform my sanskars in spirit.
डिटर्मिनेशन है, प्योरिटी है, प्योर कॉन्शियस है, तो हम अपने जीवन को फ्लेक्सिबल बनाते हैं, गोल्ड बनाते हैं. इसलिए रियल गोल्ड करके मोल्ड करना है, जीवन को परिवर्तन करना, फ्लेक्सिबल बनना है.
जी दीदी, सार में माना जो जेंटल फायर आपने शब्द यूज किया, वो मतलब हमारे के लिए बहुत अच्छी आपने दिशा दे दी दीदी. और आपने अनुभव में सुनाया और ज्ञान के आधार से भी जो बात आपने कही कि साकार में बाबा ने
Very senseful manner, Didi, you have shared with us. And Even in Sakar form, how Baba taught us to become Avyakt, and in Avyakt form, how Baba came and taught us how to remain in Avyakt stage. So through this method, what effort should we make in the present form? So this is the effort Didi is saying that what Baba did, we have to do.
फॉलो करना है अव्यक्त
While paying attention to both Sakar and Avyakt, I have to follow Sakar but hold the aim to become Avyakt. And from I have to become a photocopy of Sakar. What effort you have to make? You have to become a photocopy of the Sakar form.
दीदी ओम शांति दीदी सुभाष सुभाष भाई बोल रहा हूँ
Om Shanti Didi.
दीदी आप सूक्ष्म रूप में आखिर आ गए जगदम्बा भवन में वैसे तो
Didi, you have come to
शारीरिक रूप में
Jagdamba
आने
Bhavan.
वाले थे
You were going to come in the physical form, but even if you came in this form, so everyone is happy. But your program is still incomplete. You have to come to Jagdamba Bhavan. Definitely in drama, whenever the plan will be, we will definitely come. So drama Anusar, the sisters are not there. So next time when it will be there, a program, I will come. I remember in 78 I had come to Pune with Dadi Janki. I was there in Pune. And so there was a thought to come, but then according to drama, the communication or the connection didn't happen. So when I am there, there's somewhere something is going. So when the program will be there, we will definitely come. So this is drama. Somebody said there is invitation from Pune. I said, I don't know who is the senior of those sisters. There is some student who said that you have to come and do Avyakt Murli revision. I said, who has? If some minute sisters say, then I will understand. So this is the thoughts that went and it became like that. So we contacted Pune. We understood it is in Jagdamba Bhavan, so it is official, because otherwise anyone can call and there can be misunderstanding and it
दीदी
can be
आप
wrong
सही
result.
सही जगह पे है सही बात की और सभी ने बहुत
ड्रामानुसार ठीक हुआ अभी फिर जब भी आना होगा तो जरूर आएंगे
जी जी थैंक यू दीदी थैंक यू
Thank you.
अभी 2 मिनट योग करें
So we'll do yoga for 2 minutes now.
ओम शांति दीदी जी आपका ओम शांति दीदी जी आपका बहुत ही
ओम शांति
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति पूरा
ओम शांति दीदी जी आपका
Om
जगदम्बा
Shanti.
भवन से बहुत आभार शुक्रिया
From
और
Jagdamba
दीदी जी
Bhavan,
आपने जो
big
कहा
thanks
कि
to you,
अव्यक्त मुरली
Didiji.
हमारे लिए
And
दर्पण
what you
ये
said
मिरर
that
सिटी है
Avyakt
कि
Murli
साकार
is
मुरली से हम विचार से
mirror
मनन
for
करते
us.
हैं
From
और
Sakar
दोनों
Murli
मुरलियों
is
का महत्व है
churning knowledge,
तो
and both Murlis
सभी
have a
जो
lot
भी
of
भाई बहन
significance.
जुड़े थे
So whoever brothers and sisters who joined, they listened to both Murlis, the tips that you gave us and the experiences of Satna that you shared, that will be very beneficial for us. So, Didiji, what you said, you will teach Jagdamba Bhavan, or we will definitely keep this in front of our seniors, and whatever you have done, your time you gave us, your invaluable wisdom you shared, thank you. You accepted this invitation from your heart, and through your beautiful voice, through the waves of knowledge, you have filled us a lot. Whatever tips you have given, that is from our Sakar movement, divine. So we will definitely do this. So we thank you from the bottoms of our heart. Thank you. Thank you. Word is very small, but thank you. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति दीदी। ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति दीदी।
ओम शांति।